What up, what's happening, everybody? My name is Charles Blaze, and this is the Current Gaming Podcast, episode number 10. We did 10, David.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's not a very high number, but
that's 10.
Not
That's
a very small number.
The fact when I save these on my hard drive, I write 009 and 008 is starting to pay off now, because now they will be in order.
That's awfully presumptuous of you.
When I do it is starting to pay off, starting on this episode. So I'm joined by my co-host David Morgan. How's it going, man?
Hello, I'm good.
And what do I have a cool name for Cheyenne?
No.
Do you have a cool name? No,
I don't have a cool name.
All right, and
Hey.
Cheyenne Clark, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
So this week Aaron is not here, so I will not tell you about Big Brother and the calamity that is going on in the house this week.
I'm glad
5 noms for Cody. No one's ever seen that before. Paul gets the.
But you said weren't gonna do.
It's been great, but this week we got a cool show for you. This week, a lot of news going on. We had some PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds stuff, some stuff about ExBioshock developers. But first and foremost, I wanted to talk about one of the co-founders of Playdead Entertainment, who were the development studio behind Limbo and Inside, has recently stepped away from his role there, and is starting to shed some light on like what happened, I guess. So Dino Patti, who was one of the two co-founders of the company, gave an interview with Eurogamer and talked about how there was some personal tension and some fallout that was pretty, I guess, real for like real personal reasons between him and the other co-founder of the studio. And so he stepped away now, and he got a big check, I'm sure, and bounced.
Yeah.
So I don't know. How do you guys feel about? Because we all three played Inside, and I think we've all three played Limbo.
10 out of 10 game.
Both great games, obviously.
Yeah.
Does this worry you going forward for the studio, or how do you guys feel about this?
Well, I think, was he the director of? I guess so.
I'm sure he had some part in the development if he was the co-founder of this company.
Smaller studios is more wishy-washy because you don't know exactly who like the director is. It's not like Platinum where it's like Tommy is the director of this game, so this will be good, but the studio can also put out shitty games. This is like a small team, so I think it's definitely going to impact them more than obviously a bigger developer, because it's like a huge core of their workforce is gone. Like a visionary probably for a lot of their games is left. He'll probably go on to he's making that Somerville game.
Somerville is happening.
That's the
cool.
Sci-fi game with the motherfucker from I can't remember. All right, whatever. It's a sci-fi.
He's a studio. He's a Hollywood movie.
Yeah, he does movies and stuff.
Well,
like, animated movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so he'll definitely go on to do his own thing. Probably because you heard about this when Inside was almost out of development.
Yeah, we've known about this for a while. He's just kind of going into it more. So apparently, it wasn't a games related thing, more of a personal falling out between him.
Yeah. So who knows what happened there? Probably just some drama between them personally, and I get that. So it's a shame, but I'm excited to see what the studio does next, and I'm excited to see what he does next. Maybe this just means we get 2 times as many really good games. But,
yeah, hopefully. Cross your fingers.
That's the hope. Cheyenne, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's always sad, like, they founded it together. I obviously don't know how much on, like, all of the games, but like you said, it's kind of a smaller development team, so it could have a really big impact on the quality of their games, but I'm hoping that it doesn't. I have faith that the rest of the people that work with Playdead they're going to do good work no matter what.
Yeah, no, for sure. I hope what David said, that we get 2 quality games. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope my biggest hope is that they don't become, I don't know, like, because between Limbo and Inside, it's like 5 years, and basically they just shut up, and then when the game was out, they're like announced it, it's out in 2 weeks. Like, and like I
That's
really
what
like.
He said.
I really like. What are you saying?
He said that with Somerville, he was like, "I'm not gonna announce this until it's like almost out."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I hope that's his philosophy. I hope that still stays. I hope that's not what created the Rift, or what created the Rift is they want to make fucking Minecraft 2 or some shit like that. Like they want to make, like, you understand what I'm saying? I hope it's not. Maybe it's just like he cheated on his wife or something like that. So personal things that I don't really care about.
Yeah.
I hope that's what it is, really. Yeah. Speaking of cheating on your wife, you guys watched Glow yet?
We
No,
haven't.
no
You
spoilers,
haven't?
please.
It's
I wanna
Yeah,
watch
well,
it.
fair.
I spoiled the first like 15 minutes of the show.
That's
No,
So-
that's fine.
But yeah, Glow's something else, man. Shout out to
You
Mark
said you
Maron.
saw
I don't
it.
really like Mark Maron. He's winning me over in this show. He's cute. He's got his little weird beard he's got going on. He's got a thing going. Fast forward. Yeah, we fixed Cheyenne's mic problems. Cool. We're talking about now, Platinum is possibly teasing Bayonetta 1 and 2 and Wonderful 101 maybe coming to the Switch. On Twitter, they talked about, or they didn't talk about, they posted a picture of Bayonetta in her outfits from Bayonetta 1 and 2, doing with her guns and whatnot. I don't really know how Bayonetta works. But it's in the blue and red, like Nintendo Switch Joy-Con colors, and then they also teased some Wonderful 101 stuff. Cheyenne, how excited are you about this announcement?
I'm incredibly excited. Bayonetta is probably one of my favorite games. Bayonetta 1 was like one of the first games I really played on Xbox 360, and I completed it, and I was very excited for 2. And I don't have a PC that can run Bayonetta, so I'm very excited if it's going to be coming to the Switch. I was kind of hoping it would, kind of like everyone else is hoping, Smash is going to come to the Switch or something. But I just hope a lot of those Wii U games that were fairly popular, that not a lot of people got to play, finally come to the Switch.
Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. David, what about you? I know you got Vanquish on PC when that came out. Is this same boat as you? Are you really excited?
Well, I got Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U, so I already have them on Wii U, but I'm probably going to buy them again because I'm a sheep. And I'm just going to eat the money that I spent on my Wii U because I understand that was like a not exactly hailed as a like successful console that was being developed for very much.
One might call it a failure.
It was a failed console,
Yeah.
and I'll just own it up and just I'll probably get them again if they come together. Hopefully they won't be like $60. They'd probably be like $40.
Yeah, it'd be like 40 for a combo pack.
Definitely would get Wonderful 101 on Switch because I did not get it on Wii U. People love the shit out of that game, so I would really like to try it. I don't know how it's going to work without the touchscreen controls, though. Because to my understanding,
Switch
that was
has
a big part of
touchscreen.
it.
Oh, well, I guess it doesn't have the second screen.
Is Switch's screen a touchscreen?
Yeah.
It is? I didn't even know
Isn't
that.
it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've
it
never
definitely
used
is.
it.
I remember there's like a big controversy about it maybe not being multi-touch, but it's definitely a touchscreen.
Oh, well, okay. Then maybe it would work like that, and you'd have to play it handheld or something. I don't know how it's going to work.
I don't know, yeah.
But,
Well, no, you couldn't.
very-
I don't know.
I don't know.
Irregardless.
You're right. I don't know. I'm very excited. I will buy them.
Yeah,
Probably
Wonderful
again.
101 I'm way more hyped for than Bayonetta because I don't hate women. But this next story we have here is about Splatoon 2 and the Splatfest demo, which is a lot like the test punch thing they did for ARMS last week.
Yep.
That's coming out is it next weekend?
17th or something?
The
Yeah,
17th.
next
So
week.
yeah, that's next. Actually, I don't know. I don't know.
Wait,
the
I
dates
don't
were.
know.
However
Whatever.
time.
Irregardlessly. But yeah, they're adding a bunch of new characters. Well, not a bunch. Marina and Pearl, and some more details about it. David, how excited are you for Splatoon now after this direct?
Well, I said that I was like sold on ARMS when that demo came out, and then I never bought it.
Yeah.
But this one, I'm actually like, I'm sure I'm gonna buy Splatoon 2. 1, I really like third-person shooters. 2, it's like really cute, and I love the art. And 3, it'll be fun to play with friends. So, and I think ARMS is more like. ARMS was like more limited in its gameplay and modes than Splatoon. Splatoon has a lot of variety, I think, in its game types, which I think appeals to a lot of people. So that I'm very excited for. I think it's worth the $60 that it's going to be. Unlike, I didn't think ARMS maybe had that value at launch. Maybe I know they're adding a new character to ARMS that just got announced. But Splatoon definitely I think is more bang for your buck. So I'm going to get it. I'm excited. The direct looked really fun. The new characters are really cute. Yeah, I don't know. I never played the first one, so I guess it's time to jump on the bandwagon for Splatoon.
Yeah.
As soon as he saw Marina, David was like, I have to buy this game for my
That's right.
waifu. So,
No, I said wife. Marina is my wife. She's
Alright.
the internet's
My wife.
exactly.
So
This dude, a nice my wife nowadays. You get a good laugh out of that one, dude.
yeah,
No,
it's finally
everybody-
getting to not be.
Everybody forgot about Borat, dude. Borat was the fucking shit. Anyway, Cheyenne, do you care about Splatoon 2 at all?
I mean, I never played Splatoon, but if David buys it for the Switch, I'll inevitably end up playing it
You'll play
myself.
it.
So,
You'll
yeah.
probably get more hooked on it than I do, like you do with all the games.
Honestly, that's probably true too.
Want to
So,
play like GTA.
you know,
So.
Did I just Google? I don't know what Marina looks like. Is she? Which one is she? Is she the one with gray hair? She's that one?
No, she's the brown octopus girl.
Okay. Then, but
the other one is ugly.
I typed in, the other one's fine too.
He's
I typed in Marina in the Google image search. A bunch of pictures of that Marina Joyce girl came up. Do you remember that?
No. Who?
When she was like a YouTuber that everybody thought she was kidnapped.
Oh.
You remember that shit? Yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
about
I remember. That was a whole big thing.
And now also kind of, now I'm looking at it, she reminds me of, do you remember, who's that one girl who does like the creepy like voice? She has a very creepy voice. What is her name? It's like Pixie or something like that, or Angel?
Kind of. Neanners? No.
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 I don't know what you're talking about.
She sounds like a cartoon character almost. Or like,
there's a girl I know of like that, but I don't think
no, she's not someone you know personally.
No, of a person on YouTube.
Oh, I know somebody like that. They might be it.
No, I don't know. No, I don't know anything about this Marina kidnapped girl. Possibly. I assume that was a hoax.
Yeah, it wasn't a hoax. It was just she put out weird videos. I don't know. I can't remember how it all ended, but it was very funny at the time. It wasn't funny because people thought she might be dead,
Yeah,
but like it was funny at the time or after it all happened. I guess I don't know.
We all had a good laugh about it.
Yeah, we all had a anyway. Next story we have here is about Horizon Zero Dawn getting a big new update with new game plus stuff and ultra hard mode and some other things. And I guess it's in advance for the Frozen Wilds expansion. They come coming out later this year. Cheyenne, did you ever finish Horizon? I knew you were like kind of far into it, but I didn't know how.
Yeah, no, I haven't personally finished the game, but I did like see a lot of the game because David was playing it around me.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't personally like gotten much further than Meridian, so.
Oh, it added new trophies.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh.
I was literally like, oh, well, I already got the platinum, so I don't know if I want to jump back in and like new trophies. And I guess.
Yeah, you get face paints too. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. If one of the trophies is to beat on ultra hard, fuck off. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, I don't know, with the armor that makes you like invincible, that seems.
Well, yeah, if I guess I can go through it with like not being able to be hit.
Literally, yeah, New Game Plus. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I would love to do new Game Plus after I actually finish the game.
Because yeah, that game, though, like literally the best part of that game, the story I thought was actually really good for like what I thought it was gonna be, but like the tearing down dinosaurs and like kind of Monster Hunter stuff, I always thought was the best part of that game. So yeah, there's that. You can check that out if you care. My dog's also barking in the background. I don't know if you can hear that, but whatever. The next story we have here is one that I'm sure Cheyenne cares about more than David and I. And it's Doomfist coming to Overwatch, not voiced by Terry Crews, unfortunately. But he's a cool gauntlet guy. Cheyenne, how hyped are you?
I'm pretty excited. I mean, I've watched a little bit of gameplay from the PTR. He looks really cool. He's got a really interesting kit. He like shoots little like gun. I don't know. I guess they're bullets, but they're like come out of his arm, kind of like Genji style.
Yeah, it's like the scatter shot Genji has or whatever.
Yeah, and then he has obviously his big fist, and like his ult is like a big like airstrike where like you go up in the air and like you go down and like I don't know. It seems really fun. And I hear that he might be kind of overpowered at first, which is kind of good to hear considering a lot of the other characters that are brand new, like Sombra and Orisa, kind of like didn't fit in and like weren't really, you know, people were like, "Oh, you're gonna play Sombra?" Like
yeah, Sombra in particular, everybody hates you.
Yeah, so I'm kind of excited, and he looks really awesome. I'm excited to have another black character in the game. His voice actor's cool. Sadly not Terry Crews, but still like.
Terry Crews did give his support to
Everyone was so
the Doomfist
fucking mad about that.
Actor, but we all wanted Terry Crews.
The internet is like. And I don't blame them. They played this character like way too straight. Like,
how do you mean?
Huge fucking cybernetic fucking dude that like slams down from the air like a fucking cartoon villain, and they're playing it like he's like the most badass villain of all. Like, just make it funny. Do like a. Blizzard's always been really good with their humor, and they didn't. I don't feel like they balanced it well at all with this guy. They should have played it way more light than they did.
He's
just my
he's
opinion.
the head of the, I don't know what the fucking lore
Alan?
is. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
He's
I
in
don't even
charge
play
of
that game, I know
Widowmaker
what
and
they're called.
fucking, I don't know. I don't follow
Yeah,
that shit.
Alan.
Who are you shipping him with? That's the real question.
No, I don't-
Everyone, man. All of the ship names are really good. My favorite though is Doomfist and Reaper, which is Fister.
Ooh, that's good. I like that one. That's a good one.
No, I don't like that he's just like a kind of, I don't know. His ult is like really boring. That's my only complaint. It's just like literal
Yeah,
just area damage. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're gonna run out of ideas. They have to recycle something, which is fine. But
Yeah, I guess so. But I also really liked the video, the trailer for him. It was like
Yeah,
kind
they're
of
gonna
a
do an
Japanese
anime.
style animation, which was like different from their usual like 3D.
They're
animation.
gonna do a Overwatch anime. Like that's for sure gonna happen, right?
oh yeah, Netflix is already coming.
That's-
I would
yeah.
watch that.
That's, do you care? Did you watch the Castlevania one yet? Did anybody-
No, I'm
can you
going to
touch
this
that? I don't
weekend.
know if you care.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys cared about that. We
I
just
do.
need one more Roadhog nerf, and everything will be fine.
Fuck off.
That's all we
I
need.
don't play anymore because they were in there for Roadhog. I was like, fuck you.
Not to
This-
mention Reinhardt is like bugged out right now too, so
What is?
none of his abilities work correctly. Like his charge like doesn't pin people, and like his ult doesn't work right. So
yeah, I've had problems with Reinhardt, but whatever. I don't care. They ain't never gonna touch Soldier
Not my
76. That's all that matters.
exactly.
This next story we have here is about top 20 selling PS4 games for the month of June. Not too many surprises. It's your normal stuff. Like I think Shadow of Mordor was on sale, so it bumped up there. Grand Theft Auto, Horizon. But the two at the top I thought were the most interesting thing. So Friday the 13th, apparently still selling like fantastic on consoles, despite its kind of
Who?
people are buying it, dude. It's the same thing as
Millennials haven't fucking seen, like, younger millennials and Gen Zers haven't fucking seen those movies. Like,
Who the
so
fuck
they're
is
not gonna
saying
be like
Gen Z
buying
is just
it.
making that distinction.
I just did.
We
Young
all hate
kids, right?
millennials. We don't care about Gen Z. They're not.
Millennials too broad. I mean, young kids. They're not like, oh, Friday the 13th. I know what that is. I'm gonna. buy
But
that
fucking
right now."
Markiplier is playing it and showing that. That's what they care about.
Oh well,
Yeah,
never
I
mind.
guess
Never
I'm-
mind. I forgot about YouTube.
I feel like
Oh,
Friday the
geez.
13th is like iconic
Follows.
enough for like all kids to like kind of grow up watching that. But maybe that's just my own.
Yeah, even if you haven't seen the movie, you still know who Jason is, and you know what the Jason
Yeah.
mask is, and you know that he rips people apart and a bloody gory mask
He's
kind
a
of thing.
mean person.
But the second one on here that I thought was a bigger surprise, I don't know how you guys feel, was the Crash Bandicoot trilogy.
I'm not
Which-
surprised at all by that.
It literally came out on the last day of June, so it had one day to
That
finish
is
second.
surprising, but it's
And
selling
like
well.
I didn't think, like I don't know, I just kind of felt like it wouldn't be, I don't know, received in this positive way. I figured it might be like in the top 10 maybe, and that would have been good. But it being number 2, I'm like, oh my god, this Spyro remaster is happening
Dude,
now.
you are out of your mind. I have it in my head. Here's the scenario. Here's like every Crash Bandicoot purchase that happened last week. Like a Midwest family settled down in their suburban neighborhood. They have a PS4, but they don't play it that much. They've got a young boy. Both parents are in their early 30s. Dad comes home from work.
They
after
having
a
any
long
marital
day.
problems or anything like that?
No, actually, they're quite normal.
Having a good health. Okay, that's
I guess
good.
normal would be marital problems, but
Yeah, yeah.
no, they're happy.
What's
Dad
their
comes home
favorite
from
place
work.
to eat?
Getting ready for dinner, comes home, puts it
What's-
on the
what's
table.
mom
He's like,
cooking?
Hey, look, honey, they remade the Crash Bandicoot games. Let's play some tonight. And that's like every fucking 30
You're describing like the beginning of Uncharted 4.
I was gonna say that sounds like the.
Yeah. Okay, they had it. They had the exact same scenario in mind. Yeah, that's literally because I mean people buy that shit on like name value and like recognition and nostalgia, and it's good. And I mean the games aren't that good. I don't
No,
think
the games aren't good.
but that's just me. I played them too late. It was too late for me.
No,
I
they're
played
not good
like
games.
Mario. And
And the ideas they had are innovative for the time because it was like kind of the 3D platform kind of was like getting started, and there was that, and there was fucking Mario 64, and like one just that one is better, and so like we can just kind of like leave Crash in the dust because like that's not what a fucking Bandicoot looks like. He doesn't look like that. So we got
That's not what
everybody.
Bubsy says.
They're fucking
Bubsy
up.
says, I'm coming back,
Oh.
motherfucker.
No one
Fucking
cares.
Bubsy
No one
game.
cares. If Bubsy charts on the PS, then I'll fucking lose my mind. But yeah, Cheyenne, do you care about this at all, or?
I mean, I was actually gonna point out number 5 is God of War 3 remastered.
So that was on
I know
sale.
It was just on sale, but
I think
also
it
do
was
you
on
think
sale.
like people are kind of like, oh, I should probably play God of War because that new one's
Oh
coming
yeah,
out?
probably stuff like
Yeah.
That is a candidate for being PS Plus, and whenever like the month before God of War, whatever comes out, is
Absolutely
hot tip right there. That's a life hack for you.
I haven't ever played Crash Bandicoot, so I don't have any kind of nostalgia.
You're not missing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're okay. They're okay.
Nope, they're not. They're bad.
People calling them the Dark Souls of platformers.
They're
like,
very hard. They're unfairly hard.
Stop
like,
making that. Stop using that word. Stop saying Dark Souls. Journalists.
Stop. Get it out of your fucking mouth.
Christ.
Talk about
Get
fucking
it out of the system. It's time
Miyazaki.
to stop calling everything Dark Souls.
I
saw like a really good post on Twitter, and it was like video game journalist vocabulary over the years, and it was like early 2000s, like innovative,
visceral,
visceral, and then it's like 2010s Dark Souls. Everything is Dark Souls.
My favorite video game cliche word is whenever anybody talks about a game that has like big set pieces, they use the word bombastic to describe it, which like that's not what the word bombastic means. Bombastic is like a negative connotation, but like we just all decided that's what explosions are, is bombastic.
I always thought it was like just a grand like.
No, the Oxford Dictionary definition of bombastic is high sounding but with little meaning. So
it's like a blowhard.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they mean it that way.
That's
if it's
not,
a whole bunch of big explosions,
I guess, but I don't know. That's my favorite buzzword that gets thrown around. And visceral is another good one, too. This next story we have here is just a quick one I don't want to gloss over, but Battlefield 1 is coming to the EA Origin Access Vault thing, where if you subscribe to it on PC or Xbox One, you get access to a bunch of different games. And we all play on PS4 for the most part, and I kind of wanted to get you guys' take on like how you feel about EA Access in general and how you feel about it not being on PS4. So yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really super shocked that it's not on consoles. I feel like they're probably
it's on Xbox One.
Oh, it's just not on PS4. Oh,
yeah,
very
it's
good.
just not on.
I have no idea. I have no idea why.
So basically, it's $5 a month or $30 for a year. And do you know about it at all? So it's $5 a month, $30 for a year. I'm gonna explain to you if you know about it or not.
That's fine.
You get access to a bunch of older EA games, and then you also get like 20% off EA purchases. And then the other thing is you get access to 10 hours of a free trial for new EA games. So like when Battlefield 2 comes out, despite it having the marketing for PS4, you can play it first on Xbox One because of EA Access and how that works. So you can like the full retail game, you can just play it for 10 hours. Like, however, not
beat a game.
Oh yeah, like Mirror's Edge was another one where a game came out and people just beat it in the 10 hours that they had of like free trial or whatever. And so they just added Battlefield 1. So then that game is completely playable on EA Access. You can just have it. And for like, and Titanfall 2 is on there. I'm pretty sure Battlefront, the first one's on there. Well, not the first one. You know what I'm saying? The reboot thing, whatever.
Yes.
And for $30 a year, I think that's like a fantastic deal. And I think it's fucking a shame that Sony doesn't have it on there because they don't want it probably to compete with the PS Now kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know.
Sony is in a dangerous position right now.
Hubris.
Yeah, they're winning and they know it, so they're just like pulling all these kind of bullshit moves to see what they can get away with because they're too confident in their lead right now in the market, and it's going to bite them in the ass, just like it did with Microsoft between the 360 and the Xbox One.
There's a few moves that definitely are questionable. And then like on PC it has like fucking Sims 4 on it and a bunch of the expansions and stuff like that. Yeah, I really care because I really like FIFA and Madden and NHL to a certain extent, so I would totally play like 10 hours of it. I'm very upset.
Fucking bullshit. I don't get it at all. I just don't want to give up the PSN sales, probably.
Yeah, for sure. This next story I have on here, we can just gloss over this one too, is about Battlegrounds adding a second map. Yeah, it's in the desert and there's cacti and stuff.
That is cool.
Kind of pretty.
Yeah, I'm really.
When you run on.
Never posted, but
I don't know. You guys care at all, or how?
I obviously can't play it unless I play it on.
I literally bought it, and CJ knows. I try to play it, and then it just doesn't fucking work.
Yeah, no, it's.
I have an HDD, not an SSD. So the game, like, 40% of the time just won't load at all. Like I'll have sound but no visual. It's just like it's not optimized, so I can't play it. My graphics card is fine, it runs fine when it loads. Just right now I can't get into a game and enjoy it. It's like the biggest bummer because it's so big right now. And
yeah,
I'm glad
it's
they're working on new content though, like the maps and the like sunset map is cool, and like the new vaulting. Like I'm glad that they're still like actually working on it until it gets a release.
yeah,
I don't know. Did they say? I guess 4K by 4K, and then they're making another map that's 8K by 8K. I don't know how big the map that's the map they have right now is, but that's cool. Cool new content. Early access sucks. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, it does.
Early access
I'm
is
learning. Finally.
trash.
Not really though, because I bought Dead Cells too.
Anyway, the next story is a quick little one about Shadow of the Colossus, and Futumu, how do you say it? Ueda, whatever. You know what I'm saying. He's the middle. I don't know how to say it. Why don't I know how to say this right now? Ueda, whatever. He gave an interview to Eurogamer, talking about what's going to be on the PS4 remake of the game, and apparently it's not going to have any of the, which what a lot of people had kind of speculated about and talked about, was that it would have some of the like leftover designs for new Colossi that the old game like kind of had to cut and run with. He said it's not going to have any of that. It's going to be his original vision, like just upscaled and remade and stuff like that. How do you guys feel about that? And are you interested in this game or what?
I'm not surprised. I mean, remaster, I guess it's a remake, but there were a lot of really cool designs that were like done almost, and they just, something like 10 or more Colossi just didn't make it into the game. I mean, it's reasonable to expect that they would add those as kind of a little bonus for buying the remake. But I think for people who, like me, never got to experience that game in the first place, it's not a huge deal breaker. I know that they're tightening the controls up. They're kind of modernizing them. The original game by today's standards is a little clunky. But I think that was more of a hope than an expectation from the community. People are bummed, obviously, but I don't think anybody's like up in arms about it not being there.
Yeah,
So.
Cheyenne, are you excited for the Shadow of the Colossus remake?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat. I never had the chance to play it, so I would definitely be interested in like such an iconic game, like actually remade with good controls on the PS4. And I'm not upset about them not having like other designs in the game. Like if it's the original game just remade a little bit better, I'm totally fine with playing that.
Yeah, no, as long as it doesn't have the same controls as fucking Last Guardian.
Oh my god. Fuck
the original game is very clunky too, but the Last Guardians are PS4. Last thing, what's that fucking developer called? Or I guess Team Eco, that's what the fuck I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this next story is about a new roguelite called City of Brass, from a new developer called Uppercut Games. And the only reason I bring it up is because this developer is composed of a bunch of ex-Irrational people who, after, in like 2014, whenever BioShock Infinite kind of finished up and wrapped up, everybody pretty much just got fired. Was basically that. And a lot of these games are now starting to come out and get talked about more and more. The last one, of course, was Perception. That kind of sucked ass. But yeah, it had a really cool idea. No, yeah. It's not the same. It's not the same studio. It's just people.
I was gonna say ExBioshock devs apparently doesn't mean as much as we thought it.
Yeah.
did.
So yeah, I'm hoping this doesn't go that way.
Yeah, I don't know. I love roguelites, and I'm fucking sick of them. I am so tired of roguelites. Oh my god! Like, just make, especially for the BioShock devs that have such like experience making a well-crafted world that has the ability to tell a story through its ambience. Why the fuck are you randomly generating anything? You haven't proven yourselves like in that field, and that's cool to do new things, but like why not just take what you know and apply it to something, especially something like this unique, like Arabian Nights style shit we never see. I mean, the new Assassin's Creed obviously is set kind of in like a setting similar to that, but that's a theme that a lot of people love, and since the Prince of Persia games, we haven't gotten delivered on. So make that, but make it into like a well-crafted story instead of just some mishmash of like ideas that are generated randomly for infinite gameplay. It's so old. Like those, and there's never enough. There's never enough like new things for it to really have any lasting appeal. So I was really disappointed when I read that it was a roguelite, honestly. But
yeah, that's, I don't know if that's my total feeling, but like I feel like with the size and scale, not size and scale, with the growth of like the indie game sector and like kind of indie developers, I feel like making a roguelite is a very easy way to showcase cool mechanics, but not, I don't want to say not develop a world around it, but like it's easier to make a procedurally generated world than to handcraft X hours amount of content, if you know what I'm saying. So,
yeah, and that's the problem. Like,
but like I understand it from like a certain perspective, but like I don't know, it does, like when Flint Hood came out, like I really wanted to play that game because it like looked really cool, and then it was like it's a roguelite, and I'm like, I don't know, like not that it might be, it's probably a good game, it's just like I've had my fill of those to a certain extent.
yeah.
Kind of like back, if you wanna go back to like 2007, 8 ish, where everything was a first person shooter, or everything was a third person shooter. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just kind of bums me out. I'm a little taxed, I guess.
Just looking at this gameplay, it looks really bad. Honestly, it looks really, really bad.
I feel like
it looks clunky and slow and just not very presentable.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I feel like I always hear about like all of these games. It's like, oh, there's an ExBioshock dev on there, but like, how many people were like a dev for BioShock, and like they're all in like separate places now. So like, it doesn't necessarily mean that like they're gonna make good games. It's just kind of like a good way to get a headline. Like, oh, you might know another game that these people made.
Yeah,
it also mentions Submerged, which is a game that Uppercut also made. And I've seen a little bit of it, and it's kind of it's clunky also, but it's not a roguelite. It's kind of like a more story based and kind of platformer. But it also kind of looks a little clunky, and so I'm not surprised that this game doesn't look as appealing to you guys.
Yeah, just I don't know. The best ex-BioShock person wasn't even the core BioShock. Was Steve Gaynor worked on the Minerva's Den stuff. He was the director for that DLC in BioShock.
That DLC was supposed to be fucking awesome.
And then he went on to make Gone Home and now Tacoma, which is a few weeks away. So
good for him.
That is the best ex-BioShock thing. When the fuck is Ken Levine coming out with the game?
Well, I don't know what Ken Levine's fucking.
What is he up to? Like what are you up to, bro?
Let me look it up.
It's been 5 years, and he went on Sony stage with the BioShock on Vita, and it's like, this is happening, and then it didn't.
Let's see. List of works. Unannounced title.
Yeah, he's for sure working on
games.
something. It's just been 5 years. Like, where the fuck
yeah,
you at,
he's
bro?
just not even announced at all.
It's in another lighthouse. It's already out.
God damn it.
Memes.
Yeah.
This next story is pretty funny, I thought. On the 4th of July, America's birthday, Watch Dogs 2 had a bunch of fireworks go off in game to like celebrate it, which I thought was a cute thing. But apparently there was a glitch in the game that made them like, no matter where you were, it seemed like you were like right next to them. So like there was just a bunch of people went on the forums and they were like, it's the funniest thing. Like people always complain like every 4th of July that like their neighbors are setting off fireworks and stuff like that. But there was a bunch of firework noise complaints in Watch Dogs 2, which I thought was like the funniest thing. And then all the Watch Dogs were all like scared and stuff like that. It was very, very funny. Just a very funny situation. I just wanted to use this as a time to say Watch Dogs 2 is like a solid game that I really liked.
I'll play it when it's free or on sale.
That's a great mentality.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that was the only cute little thing there. Then just the last story. Yeah, this is the last one. Thimbleweed Park, which is the game from Ron Gilbert's development people. I guess it's like, I don't think they have a studio name Terrible Toy Box. Yeah, I could read the story and that'd be great. They tweeted out that the game basically is coming to Nintendo Switch, and they said they're gonna announce some other platforms, probably PS4. This game already came out on Xbox One and PC. Ron Gilbert, if you don't know, is the person behind Maniac Mansion and bunch of old LucasArts games like what the fuck were we saying earlier?
Monkey Island.
Monkey Island, yeah, Escape from Monkey Island, stuff like that. I'm pretty excited. Main reason I wanted to bring this up is so far I've had the Switch for 2 months, 3 months, 2 months, 3 months. When did Mario Kart come out? May?
2 months.
2 months. All right. And I haven't bought a third-party game on it. And if this
Like
comes
Honor.
to huh?
Yeah.
Like Honor.
But I haven't bought one yet.
Like Cave Story.
I'm thinking this is the one I might jump in and play because I think a point-and-click adventure on the go would be really fun.
I think it'd be kind of fucking annoying.
You think so?
The controls.
Why?
Like, imagine like a mouse just being able to like click on something. How the fuck are they gonna make that work on Switch? Exactly.
I don't know. You can use the joysticks like a bunch of other point-and-clicks do. Like that's how Broken Age works.
We
It's not a
played
game where you, like,
Bandicoot
move your-
on the PS4.
Well, you don't move your character around in this game, like to like pick things up. You click at first, and then your character goes.
That's how Broken Age works.
I didn't play Broken Age.
That's how Broken Age works.
Does it have like a faux cursor that you like?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fine. I guess that's fine.
It's not that bad. And like they have like you can press like the shoulder button and like locks on to and key items kind of situation. You know what I'm saying?
All right, well, I'll make it work. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I wanted to play that game.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah.
excited. I'm very interested in this game. It got a lot of good buzz around it, and I'm not too big on the PC gaming and stuff like that, so I just never picked it up. But yeah.
Yeah.
This next no, that's all the stories. This next part of the podcast is when we talk about what we've been playing. So who wants to start off? Darren. Jesus
Darren.
Christ.
My name's Darren.
David, do you want to start off?
Yeah, I have been playing the Wipeout Omega Collection, which I bought myself as a reward for going on my first business trip, which I got paid to do. So I had extra money to buy it. I had my eye on it for a while.
See, a lot of
looks
people
like-
tend to spend that on. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
What? No,
go ahead.
say it.
No, go ahead. But
Too late.
no, go ahead.
Fuck it. All right.
You've been driving
Um,
fast. You've been driving a little spaceship car kind of thing.
Yeah. It's well, I really like Mario Kart, but I'm not that into like simulator racing games like Forza.
Mm-hmm.
So this looked like right up my alley. I never played the original Wipeout game. Like that's I think they're a lot bigger in Europe than the U.S. Because I know a lot of like, European like journalists and YouTubers and stuff are like hyping it up, like Wipeout Omega Collection's coming out. But I wanted to try it out, so I picked it up, and it's a lot of fun. They're awesome games. I'm going through HD right now, and they have a nice sense of speed to them. I was a little worried that they looked a little too slow compared to like Redout or some of the other anti-grav racers, but they feel like when you're playing them, it feels appropriately paced. So, yeah, I would highly recommend it. It's really, the controls take a little getting used to. I remapped some of the buttons and the drifting. Like, there's a pretty high skill ceiling for like drifting around corners without hitting walls and shit. So, if you're looking for a nice skill-based racing title that's not too...
It's it's 3 games, right?
Yes, it's
Okay.
2048, which was out on PSP, or PS Vita.
No, I think it's
PSP, I
PSP.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no games. on
HD,
Vita.
and then the HD DLC, which was Fury, which is basically as big as the other games.
And
on
they're
its
like
own.
all retouched or whatever.
Yeah, they look incredible. The graphics are so good, and it runs 60 FPS. It can go up to 4K on Pro, I know. The soundtrack is really awesome. It just has a really good presentation. It's really clean. It's very simple, and you just want to keep playing. Every time I finish a race and I get a gold, I'm like, I could just go and do another one. They're right here. There's a lot of different events to do and things, and it's awesome. Highly recommended.
That's cool. Cheyenne, you've been playing what we talked about last week a little bit, Diablo 3 and the Necromancer stuff.
Probably talked about it a while, but that's basically what I've been playing other than Overwatch, obviously. But so yeah, I started a Necromancer and I thought that was really cool. I like all of the corpse explosion is super fun. Like all of the abilities are really cool. And I'm super glad that Diablo 3 is still getting new content and new games soon in the next few years, maybe. That'd be cool. But I've also just been playing non-Necromancer stuff, because once you start playing Diablo 3 for a while, you kind of get hooked for like a couple weeks, and then you stop playing for a few months, and then you go back. So I've been really hooked, trying to get those 500 bounties for the platinum. Taking a while.
What is the community like 4 or 5 years after the game came out or whatever it is?
I mean, there's still like you can still join online
Pretty
games,
good.
and there will be a couple people
The
playing,
subreddit's
and
still
like
pretty active.
yeah,
I
like
shouldn't know. I was just
especially now
curious.
that
Okay.
Necromancer came out, like obviously people are talking about that, and
Yeah.
half the people you run into are playing Necromancers, so it makes sense. So
Yeah.
I think it really revitalized like a lot of the community, kind of like me. Like I hadn't played in months, and then I was like, hey, we'll play again, and every day I'm doing a little Diablo. So
Cool. I've been playing Heavy Rain, the remaster one. I just went Until Dawn was on PS Plus this month, and I've already played that already. But I was like, I kind of want to play like a sit down game with my girlfriend, where we like take turns, pass the controller back and forth kind of situation. We decided on Heavy Rain, and like it's fun. I think it holds up graphically. I don't like have a problem so much with the Uncanny Valley stuff that a lot of people talk about. But Jesus Christ, the fucking motion controls in this game are just out of control. Like there's a scene it's pretty near the beginning where a woman takes a shower and you dry her off with a towel, and like in order to do that you have to shake the fucking controller. And I was like, no, why is this a fucking thing? And then I was like, who thought this was ever a good idea? I don't understand. And so I was like, I'm not doing this. Cheyenne, you were taking over for this part.
Were you
fucking
embarrassed?
I wasn't embarrassed. I was just like, I refuse to fucking play this game with you, David Cage. And fucking and I gave it to her, and she shakes her. I'm like, all right, give it back. I'll do whatever this is. And then like a quick time event, like urgent kind of thing happens, and then in the middle of that I had to fucking shake the controller, and I'm like, you got me, you piece of shit. Why am I fucking playing the game like this? It's such a like, just put it on a button. It makes no fucking sense for and if this shit isn't not Horizon, Detroit, I'm just like, there's no way it can be in Detroit. There's no way it can be fucking.
Well, they were competing with the Wii when Heavy Rain came out.
Yeah, I forgive it a little bit because it had it came out in like 2008, 2009. But like, if I'm like putting an Android screw in and I have to fucking turn the controller or some shit like that, I'll lose my fucking mind and blow up on this game. I swear to God. But yeah,
not the reaction I would expect from
something. I very much like the story is like interesting and like what they do. And also, you pointed out, we talked about it the other day, it's like to open a file you have to fucking do the fucking Da Vinci code and shit like that. It's fucking like a little too much.
Pick up a cup of coffee and then mash X so you don't spill it. Like, god damn, it's just so frustrating.
Oh, that was another thing. A fucking store got held up. I had to hold the controller above my head. I'm like, no, this is not fucking cool. Don't do this. No, at that point I was just like, I'm not doing it, and I just got shot. That's how that happened. I just got shot. I'm like, if you die, you die. It's less than the fucking game I had to play, you piece of shit.
Have you played that game all the way through before?
No, I've never played it before, so I'm like going in brand new. Yeah, Sean.
Won't spoil it.
That meme's very funny now. Yeah, I mean, avoiding spoilers not as hard as people make it out to be.
All our friends played it. They were all talking about it.
Yeah, I just fucking... It's when you guys... The only time I couldn't do that is when you guys all played Skyrim and you guys are like jerking off and saying fuss or die all the fucking time. And I'm like, you guys are all annoying. And I thought that shit was terrible. Anyway.
That was a big thing.
Current Recommends is the segment we do after that segment we just did. And David, you gotta do that this week. So pick one.
Fuck.
It's on the fucking spreadsheet. Just
I know, I didn't look at it very much.
Cheyenne, do you want to do it? Because you've never done it before?
I mean, I would have to think of one, too.
Alright, I can do it if you guys want me to.
That's okay, that's okay.
I got one now. I'm gonna do it.
I kind of got
one.
I got one now. Alright, Cheyenne, you go.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna go with Bayonetta because we were talking about it earlier. And it's... Like I said, it's one of the first games that I like literally played because I didn't grow up with a lot of video games like, a lot of you guys did and a lot of, other people my age did. So I got an Xbox 360 and that was my big, like, besides like N64 and that, like, I went from N64 to Xbox 360. So I started playing Bayonetta and I actually really loved it. And it's if anyone hasn't heard of Bayonetta before, it's a platinum game where you fight as this witch named Bayonetta, and you have really cool moves, and you do like combos. You basically use two two buttons, and you just kind of like do different combinations of them to do different moves. And then you have these special like hair moves where like her hair goes up and makes different things and like whacks, the angels that she fights with them. It's really like it's fun, and it's so like silly and out there because like you're using your hair to like whack angels, and you have like guns strapped to your feet, and it's just a really like fun game. That her character design is kind of empowering as a woman, because she was designed by a woman who kind of thought like, I want to have a female character that's like super badass and like is kicking some angels ass, and I definitely think it's one of my favorite things about that game.
Cool.
Definitely recommend it if you haven't had a chance to play it before.
Cool. But see, Cheyenne, let me explain feminism to you in the way that but so for the topic of the week this week, we are talking about game of the year so far. So basically it's the beginning of July, so 6 months through the year. So we wanted to just talk about kind of our favorite games that have come out this year. So like, if you want to give 3 to 5 ish kind of things, that works for everybody.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk about it beforehand, but David, you can start because Cheyenne appears to be typing something, so like she's panicking. But you can start, David, and talk about your favorite games that have come out from the calendar year 2017 and the year of our Lord.
Weird shit. Okay, sure. I don't know. I'd say Persona 5 struck me the most this year so far. I'm not a big JRPG guy, but that game really drew me into the genre. I really got the nuance of it pretty quickly, and I loved the characters and the story. So that's definitely up there. Breath of the Wild is obviously definitely up there. I'm going through my second playthrough now. I'm almost done with it, finally, on the Switch. Hollow Knight, indie game, probably game of the year right now. Extremely good Metroidvania. Anyone who's a fan of the genre will love that game. The combat is incredible. Art design is spectacular. It's just a very stylish, polished game that everybody, I think, could find something to enjoy about. And the jury's out a little bit on like some of the other games I've played this year. Like obviously, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds isn't released yet. Dead Cells is not released yet, but I really enjoyed that as well. Those are probably my, looking over my shelf, probably my top picks.
Okay.
So far.
That's
Probably
fair.
those 3.
That's fair. I'm gonna go to you, Cheyenne. Are you ready? Or
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
So even though I still haven't finished the game on my own, I think that Horizon Zero Dawn is like my favorite game of the year so far. Just from everything I've seen from it and everything I've experienced, I really think that it's not the most original like open world game, like but it's got those really cool like mechanical like animals that you fight, and it has really cool movement and combat, and I really like the characters and the diversity, and obviously female protagonists are something that I look for a lot, and it's actually a good game. It's not just oh well, it's just got a female protagonist so I like it. Like it's an actual good game, and like they treat her like a human, and that's probably one of the best things about it. And another game that I can think of that I really liked was Resident Evil 7. It was kind of different because we had just played Resident Evil 4, which is probably the best of the Resident Evil games. And it's really different, but I really like the step that they're taking. It was actually pretty scary, and I'm always looking for new horror games, and I'm excited to see what kind of things they do next with that series.
Cool. So for me, I'm gonna try to not tread on the games you talked about. Definitely up there for me is Prey, which I finished last week. I think it kind of falls off a little bit in like the last like fifth of it, but overall, like that game captured me in a way that really no other game has captured me. Even Horizon maybe, but beside that, no other game, like I was itching like every single second to play more Prey. Another one for me that I really enjoyed playing a long time, my girlfriend, was Night in the Woods. That came out this year, which is about a kitty cat in a rural town doing murder mysteries and stuff, which is really fun. Another one is What Remains of Edith Finch, which, if you remember from our first podcast that no one listened to, was what me and David talked about in the topic of the week segment. We broke it down why I liked it so much. I really like that game. And then one more shout I want to give is to Emily is Away 2, which is a AOL IM simulation relationship being awkward in high school simulation game, which I very much like. So the first one, there's another one that it goes the route that you kind of not expected to go maybe, but like the route of that, I don't know, you see it coming, I guess is the way to describe it. And I not necessarily the story, but all the gimmicks that they would use in it. And in this one, they reinvented it in such a way that it still feels like the same game, but it has so many more elements and so many more things, like from the YouTube videos to the Facebook accounts and stuff like that I thought was really like cute. And then it did a great job of capturing still the conversations you have with people, number one, and number two, the way like kind of high school flirting on text and instant messenger works really well. Honorable mention, shout out to Gravity Rush 2, which I had a lot of fun with. And then it didn't come out this year, but Mario Kart 8 is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that's hard to beat gameplay wise.
Yeah, and then also probably Neo, I would say, even though I've kind of softened on it a lot since it came out. But
I fucking forgot that game existed.
Yeah. And you really liked it a lot too.
I do like it a lot. Yeah, I don't know.
Dishonorable mention to Perception. The game is trash. That is the worst game I played this year, and also Nier Automata, because I didn't get it in that game at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, that has been our show this week. This has been the Current Gaming Podcast, episode 10. My name is Charles Wade. You can find me at Charles Tula on Twitter and Instagram, and wherever on Stitcher. And this joke still works 10 episodes in. Yes. Cheyenne, where can we find you?
I am Poop Flowers on Twitter, and that's pretty much all you need.
Yeah. If you're a 16-year-old who's really good at Overwatch, and you can help her get to Diamond, please IM her immediately.
Please, for my sake.
I really need a girl to play with.
And that, David, where can we find you at?
I am My Guy Dave on Twitter, and I am D_Morg on Instagram. If you want to see some of my art, I'm doing a Stephen Gamble thing now, so you can't see it, but there it is.
Focused too.
I'm going to buy some new art shit actually today after the show. I'm very excited. So, yeah, that's it. That's me.
Cool.
Instagram and Twitter.
Yep. So yeah, you can check us all out there. We'll be back next week, and peace.